Good. Welcome to session 2 of real world data science. We are building images. And in this class, again, as usual, like in any class, a common slide. If you want to learn more about me, please, optionally, you can check this video. If you want, I strongly recommend, if you have not seen this, see this video where I explained the course goal. This environment setup is a very important thing. I have made a video, uploaded the file. I expect that most of you who joined this course already today are ready with it. Okay. And then, of course, if you want to learn about LMS and discussion forums, go to that link. If you are a newcomer and did not see the past week video, actually today is not a great class for you to join. Okay. As I mentioned in the introductory video, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 such odd classes are good for anyone to join because those modules start afresh. Even classes follow the odd class. So it may not be the right class for you if you didn't join the last class and didn't see the videos uploaded in the last class. Okay. So if you are doing both, you can either drop off, or if you are online, don't worry about if you don't understand it, just follow as much as you can understand. Okay. So last week we decided we will solve a very complicated problem. Okay. In an in a country like India, where too many doctors are not available, in a village, if I want to actually do diagnosis, hey, how do I know which one is which disease? And we realized, actually these x-rays, this belongs to a COVID-19 guy, this belongs to a seasonal flu guy, and this is a normal guy. And this is very difficult. I mean, I'm sure unless there is a doctor in this classroom, it's extremely difficult for you to know that what belongs to what and how they differ from each other. Let's see how our products, our program actually handles this thing. So let's start coding and let's go to collab.research. So before that, I'll get to that collab.research, but before that, I just want to mention that I have uploaded the files I shared with you in this folder called RWDS. And in RWDS, I have, oops. Okay, if that doesn't show up also, I have a backup, don't worry about it. I put the files in this drive. Okay, anyway, I'm signing up now. This is my Google Drive. And in Google Drive, I created this folder called RWDS. In that, I created subfolder session 2. In that, I uploaded this thing called COVID-19, where all these images are in this train folder. Okay, so RWDS session 2 COVID-19 train, right? So all the files that I will upload you will, oh, I can't believe this. Yeah, great. All the files that I will upload today in the LMS are already uploaded there. Okay, great. This is your Collab interface as you are familiar. If you are not, please go through the video I uploaded for environment setup. So the first 4 lines or 5 lines are common to every class that you do. We set up the fast.a environment. We install Torch 1.4. Collab has 1.5. I see some issues with 1.5, so I uninstall that and I install 1.4. It works a lot better with 1.4. That's a version. Just copy and paste that link, and others I explained in the video. Please go and check it. Let's start here. Okay, great. I am defining my path of my drive, which is RWDS session 2 COVID-19 train. So I am telling the system, this is where you find all the files that you require. And just to check that I typed this correctly, it's a good practice to see what the system is seeing, what the program is seeing in that folder. So list, ls stands for list path tells me all the files it sees there. I am quite happy because there is a folder called COVID, which has all the COVID x-rays. There is a folder called normal, which has all the normal x-rays. There's a folder called seasonal flu, which has all the seasonal flu x-rays. Don't worry about these two folders currently. They will, I didn't upload them. They'll be created during the process. Okay. So I am at the right folder and my computer is seeing the data that I want to see it. Now, let's start with image pre-processing. As I mentioned, in any machine learning project, the first step you have to do is to clean the data. And I am beginning to clean the data here. First thing I am telling, hey, you know what? For this particular problem, there are 3 classes. So there are 3 types of X-rays. In machine learning, these types are called classes. So my goal is when I give a new X-ray, you have to tell me which class it belongs to. And hence these kind of problems where I have 3 or 2 or 5 things and the program has to predict which type it belongs to, they are called classification problems. Classification is where, let me write a command there, classification problem. So classification is where you actually ask the system to predict what class it belongs to. Okay. And I told the system, hey, these are the 3 classes. Now, I want to see whether any of those images are corrupted. If you upload the images that I am going to share in my LMS, I deliberately added a few corrupt images just to show you that this code actually cleans it up. Okay. So what I am saying, hey, go to each class. In this case, it knows it has to look at the folder. It first goes to COVID folder and verify images at that particular class folder. It actually looks at whether there are any corrupt images. If there is any corrupt image, it will delete it, and maximum 500 images it takes. So verify images command looks at the folder path C. So it starts with for loop actually starts with the first class. It goes to COVID and it looks at all the images, cleans, deletes if any corrupt image is there. Then it goes to normal folder and deletes any corrupt image. Then it goes to seasonal flu and deletes any corrupt image. So this command is extremely useful, particularly if you download images from Google or something to remove unwanted images and only work on uncorrupted images, right? Great. Now, unlike our last week when I taught you this class, I told you, unlike the you actually have to resize the image. So I said for this particular class images, we are using a 224 by 224 image. So there is a lot of stuff I am going to do with one command, and I want to explain all of that in great detail. So image data bunch here, this command is extremely powerful. What it does is it goes to your path, which is that folder where I put all the train images, and it takes all those images, COVID, seasonal flu, normal flu, everything. And now it does 3 things. It allocates 20%, valid percent 20 as validation data. I will explain what it is in a moment. It transforms those images. We talked about it in the last class, but I will remind you. And we normalize those images. I will explain what we do. But when I write this one line of code, I am asking the system to go to that folder, make 20% of the images as valid, resize them, normalize them, and put it in an Excel. What does it put in an Excel? Last week, I showed you how an image is read by a system. It is read as numbers. So 40,000 numbers roughly, right? 224 by 224, roughly 40,000 numbers. So it will create an Excel sheet of 40,000 columns. And image 1, all 40,000 numbers it will type. Image 2, and the class, if it's COVID, the last one, it says it's COVID. And image 2, again, all the 40,000 pixels. And if it's normal, it will rise normal. 3, 40,000 numbers, pixels. And if it's seasonal flu, it will write. So every one of these 300 or 400, roughly, I think I put in around 350 images. Every one of these 350 images with this single command actually is transformed from an image into Excel with a class at the end.